Be warned, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking Call of Duty today. Here's the thing, I haven't played Call of Duty since Ghosts. There was two things that broke the camel's back. And they were this!
Rack up points by reaching the enemy portal, you dig?
And...
it's a new hybrid weapon called the Ripper.
The Ripper. Now for those of you who don't know what the Ripper was, it was a DLC weapon that came. It was a hybrid. It could swap between being a battle rifle or assault rifle and an SMG. And it was annoying as hell. Now, it's not the first to be put in. The first was in Black Ops 2 when they added the Peacekeeper. Now, these things on their own don't seem particularly big. They don't seem like a huge problem. They added in a voice pack that was funny. Wasn't forced upon you. If you wanted to buy it, you wanted to listen to it, it was up to you. My friend Goat, he downloaded it. He loved it. He had the best afternoon with it. He switched it off afterwards, but he had the best afternoon with it on, and it made him laugh. Fine, his money, you do what you want. The Ripper, they kind of said, or Treyarch at least said when they did the Peacekeeper, this is it. It's a one-time deal, we're putting this in, see what people do, see what they think about it, but we're not adding it into subsequent. It's not become a thing. Guns in DLC packs, not going to become a thing, don't worry about it. The Ripper then came along, and you could see that very much it was a trend. As I say, they started to add in these microtransactions with regards to downloading various sound packs. You had the guns being added to the DLC drops. Now, if I take you way back, the way it used to work was Call of Duty had map packs. Still does now, but you had the map packs, and 9 times out of 10 they were pretty shit. Call of Duty was renowned for having really, really bad map packs. But it had a lot of them. People would still download them even though they were bad. And it got to a point where people were like, I'm not going to download these. They're just bad. I'm not going to buy the map packs. So they said, okay, look. We get that. Why don't you do a one-time deal where you buy a season pass from us? You buy a DLC pass. And it means you get all of the DLCs free of charge. Yeah, isn't that brilliant? So you pay us up front with the game, and then you can have all the maps, like, free. And that makes sense, right? So people did that. And then they realised, well, actually, if I don't buy any of the map packs, I save tons of money. Even more than the DLC pass saves me. So they just didn't even buy the DLC pass.
Oh, hell no!
Hence why I believe as an experiment they added the Peacekeeper to a map pack, and it sold because people wanted the Peacekeeper gun. They got a little bit of backlash for that, and this was at a point in time when Treyarch and Activision and so on and so forth, Infinity Ward, actually cared about what the fans of the franchise wanted. So they were like, whoa, we're not going to do it again.
Really, Queen? No.
And then we get to Ghosts, and they bring out, as I say, the voice packs, and they bring out another gun. And I was just like, I can see where this is heading, and it's not for me.
That's great. That's just fucking great, man.
Also, it didn't help that Ghost was a very weird game. It was very much like BFA is to World of Warcraft. It came off the back of a very successful sort of rebirth of the franchise. We had Modern Warfare 3. Then you had Black Ops 2, probably the pinnacle of Call of Duty games.
It is a gift.
Certainly in my eyes, it was one of my favourites of all time. Then you had Ghost. Now, Ghost had all the right things. You can go through a checklist. You can say, well, it had kill streaks. Boom, tick. It had kind of maps. You know, it had the three-way pathing maps that we know. Okay, yeah, kind of, some of them are a bit sketchy, but that's Call of Duty. We expect that. We get that. We understand it. They had guns. The guns were alright. It had a few features thrown in. Yeah, it was kind of what we expect. That's fine. But it lacks soul. It's like BFA has all the things Legion has and more, but yet there's something missing from it. And that was Ghost. Ghost had just... it was as if the developers had gone through a checklist of all the things that made it great. They put it together and it just wasn't right. Didn't work. And as I say, and that was the point I checked out. I was like, thanks for the memeries. It's been fun. And I went off and played Battlefield. And I actually enjoyed Battlefield far more. And then Battlefield went and did their thing.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So, what do you, crusty old man, know about Call of Duty? Why are you even talking about it if you haven't played since Ghosts? You're irrelevant.
Get off my lawn.
Yes, I will agree that. We're not going to talk about gameplay or anything else. What we're interested in is the microtransactions, the straw that broke this particular camel's back. The beginning of it, the birth of it in Call of Duty. And where Activision go, and where EA go, generally the rest of gaming will follow. Now, Ubisoft is very much gone up there now. They also love their microtransactions. But Call of Duty are moving away from the loot box ideas. Now, this may become, or may be because of not just players, but governments backlashing against this and starting to look at loot boxes saying these are illegal. And these are a form of gambling and you're putting it in front of kids. You really shouldn't be doing that. So is it maybe a way to sort of circumvent the the no doubt shitstorm that is about to fly Activision and the likes way?
Rapid course correction! Serpentine, everyone!
They're now going back to structure that I remember. The season pass. The idea that you buy this pass and it gives you access to all the things you could ever want. Now, of course, this idea is kind of a one-time offer. This doesn't maximize our profits, does it? Because they buy it and then they get everything. But what about a seasonal thing? Whereby we have, I don't know, 2 or 3 months and that class is a season. And they buy a season pass and it unlocks that little chunk and then we have another season. This is genius. This is the route they're going down. You're going to have Battle Pass, a Season Pass that lasts for X amount of period of time. Within that, various seasons throughout the game, 2 or 3 months, whatever it may be. You buy a pass for that particular period of time, gaining access to all of the things that are available. Now, they've said within this Battle Pass, you will have premium and free content. So if you buy the Battle Pass, you gain access to the premium shop, as it were, within that season. So within that you can buy all sorts of cosmetics. Now they've said they're not adding anything that is going to affect the fundamental balance of the game to that section. It's not pay to win. Then you're going to have a free section. So you've bought your season pass. You then have access to this free layer of content, where you just need to play the game. Play the game, gain COD points, wherever it's going to be, you will unlock these things along the free path. There is no further monetary involvement needed. Now this makes you think, because what happened back in the day was people realised that the season pass wasn't really worth it, because if all I'm getting is the maps, then I don't really need it.
Oh, hell no!
I've got all the guns, I've got everything like that, the maps are generally crap, so why do I need the season pass? So let's come up with a hypothetical here. There is a shotgun, an AA-12, in the game, base, and it's got the range of a sniper rifle. It's a one-hit kill. It has a massive drum magazine. You could just spray and pray for days, killing everything on the map. Great times. Oh, so much fun. Now they release the Season Pass. The Season Pass has, on the free content line, a shotgun at the end of it. And that, hello, thank you. That shotgun is a 4-hit kill, point-blank range. But it's a double barrel over and under, which means that you get like the Olympia, which means that you're going to have to shoot twice, cock it, reload, shoot again, and you'll kill somebody. Why would anybody buy that content? You wouldn't. Okay, you might want some of the cosmetics, but if you're not interested in cosmetics, you're somebody like I was, where that doesn't interest you, you're looking at the guns, the mechanics, attachments, things like that that actually interest you. There's got to be something within that to entice you. Okay, I've never been this popular. Phone, calm down. For my missus telling me, please, for the love of God, don't start playing Call of Duty again. You'll become a rage monster. And the obvious thing I can do now is to go, oh, it's still bad. Activision is still going to find a way to screw people and get their money because that's what they're all about. And yes, there is an aspect of that. I am cynical. I cannot believe this is something that they have done purely out of the goodness of their heart for gamers. But here's the thing. This is actually the point I wanted to make. I like this idea. What I liked about back in the day with the Call of Duty Season Pass and that was I knew what I was getting. I was presented with a menu, a choice. We're going to have X number of DLCs. If you buy this Season Pass, these are what you're going to get, and you can make an informed decision. Now, the loot box, it's here's 30,000 items. You have no idea what's in that crate. You really, really, really want this gun because it's the gun everybody's using and it kills everything really quick. But what you're actually going to end up getting is a set of stickers. Yay! Isn't that fun? Don't you like the random surprise boxes?
Go fuck yourself.
What I like about this is, yes, okay, there is going to be some form of pay-to-win mechanics in there because that's how they'll entice people to buy it. But at least you can make a decision. You can look at that Season Pass and say, yeah, okay, this is something I like. I'm thinking about getting this. Or you could say, actually, there's nothing there that interests me. I'm going to step away. And what I would like is to go one further, and I understand I don't play the game, so I get this is me kind of thinking hypothetical here rather than actually something as an experienced player. But as if they actually did kind of Hearthstone system whereby you had a season, and the weapons you unlock as part of that season pack would be activated and usable during that season, but then once the season was over, the gun would be deactivated. You could keep your cosmetics and that, but the gun would be deactivated, and another season would open up, and you could then, if you wanted to join back in, buy the season pack, and you'd get this whole set of new guns to play with. And of course, they could add guns to the new, you can keep adding guns to the base roster. It'd be interesting because players then that wanted to step out, that were just like, I'm burnt out, they're not really enjoying this, could leave, not worry about buying that particular battle pass, come back for the following battle pass, buy it, and then be at the same level as everybody else. It would just be an interesting way to do it. Now, whether they'll do it like that, I very much doubt it, because people will moan. And also, if you have a system where people can drop in, drop out, and this is the cynical side of me again, you have a system where people can drop in, drop out, then they can choose and they might go and play something else. You need to keep them on the grind. It's like an MMO. You've got to keep them there, got to keep them working, got to keep them grinding for these things, because then you can keep selling them stuff. Make it aka like a game of service where you can just keep them there, and it means they keep paying. Now, as I say, I'm being cynical, and I hope this is a pure motive, but it is Activision we're talking about, so I somehow doubt it. But I would be very interested to see what the hardcore old school Call of Duty players think about this, because as I say, this feels very much like what we had right before it all turned sour, and it feels like they've rewound Call of Duty a bit, and I have no problem with that. I think you look at the likes of Blizzard at the moment, they've done the same with World of Warcraft. They brought Classic out, people are flocking to it, they're loving it, they're back to that old school feeling, and I think a lot of that's going to be taken and dropped into current retail wear. I think they're going to try and relook at that in 9.0. And I'm all for this, because at the end of the day, if you present people with information, you say, here you go, this is what it is, and you treat them fairly and decently, then people will respect you more. They'll become huge fans of your franchise, and they'll pay you tons of money. That's how it used to work. We loved what you did, so we give you money. That was old school. That was the golden age of gaming, where you loved the product, you were interested in it, you gave them money. The company didn't shout at you, didn't say you were whatever, didn't call you toxic, and you presented them with more money. And they kept giving you good product. It was just a crazy system that worked. And then, of course, you had where we are now, which is you just try and milk as much money out of people. And if you don't like it, then don't buy it. And then you get very shocked when people do that. Whole Battlefield. You.
What? Oh no!
Okay, that's me done, ladies and gentlemen. Don't panic. I'm not suddenly going to start putting Call of Duty up on the channel. Not my thing. I am not good enough. But if you are interested now, I definitely go and check out The Legend of Thunder, who I still watch now, even though I don't play Call of Duty. That's me done, ladies and gentlemen. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you all later.